Welcome back, everybody, to another cryptocurrency news article. This one comes out of Decrypt, and from Square Enix to Ubisoft, these are the biggest publishers building NFT games. Now, we got the makers of Final Fantasy and Assassin's Creed, respectively, and they are leading the charge for traditional game publishers building in Web3. Now, we heard about, at least Ubisoft and these guys building, sometime last year and a half ago, but let's see where they're at now in this article. So many traditional or Web2 video game studios around the world are developing new games that leverage blockchain networks, cryptocurrency, and NFTs. Some of the game industry's largest studios globally are exploring Web3 with appetites spanning across genres and platforms, from PC shooters to mobile games and multiplayer metaverse worlds. And a majority of the game publishers on this list are headquartered in Asia, with just one based in the United States and one in Europe, a dominance that echoes DApp radar predictions that Asia could rule the Web3 gaming space. Now let's take a look at Square Enix. Japanese video game studio Square Enix, maker of the Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts titles, has been exploring NFT video games since 2019, and in 2021, the company released a sold-out collection of Ethereum-based NFT trading cards. Now, roughly 6 months later, Square Enix sold off its Tomb Raider IP, as well as 3 studios it owned, to help fund its moves into blockchain and AI research and development. Now, earlier this year, the studio announced that it's planning to release an NFT game, Symbiogenesis, on Ethereum's sidechain network, Polygon. Square Enix calls the upcoming game a collectible art project with narrative components and mystery that players will have to solve over the course of the game. The publisher has also previously invested in metaverse game The Sandbox and announced plans to bring its Dungeon Siege IP to the game world. Now we're going to take a look at the company Nexon. Nexon is South Korea-based video game publisher and is making a new MapleStory game called MapleStory Universe that will leverage Polygon's NFTs. Nexon has shared that it will have its own private network, or Polygon SuperNet, for the game. And so tapping into Polygon, I think a lot of these guys are quite smart now for not just building directly on Ethereum, because they understand that usually those gas fees are pretty dang high, but using the layer 2 of the Ethereum network, Polygon, that will definitely make transactions a whole lot cheaper. But the original MapleStory games have raked in over $4 billion for the publisher and have seen over 260 million players to date. MapleStory's Universe Group leader, Hwang Sung-young, said that the studio will work closely with Polygon Labs throughout the development and marketing process. Now let's take a look at another company, Krafton. Krafton is another of the South Korea-based publishers of PUBG Battlegrounds and PUBG Mobile. Plans to launch an NFT-enabled metaverse game under the working name Megaloo. Players will be able to create their own digital assets under what Krafton calls a create-to-earn system. The studio has established a majority stake in a new joint venture firm with the tech company Naver Z. Together, Krafton and Naver Z will develop Megaloo and plan to release it sometime this year. Now, in 2022, Krafton also said that it will develop games on Solana in partnership with Solana Labs. So, we'll see how that goes. Again, if you watched my videos before, you know I'm not a big fan of the Solana network. Since in 2022 they shut down like 11 or 12 times. So just picture that: you're playing a game, Solana's blockchain shuts down, and then oh no, I can't play my game no more. So we'll see how that game goes with that one. But who knows? I haven't been really up to date with Solana. There hasn't been much news with them lately. Last thing I heard about them was a Solana-based cell phone or something. But let's move on. Here's another company, Zynga. Zynga is an American gaming company known for casual smash hits like Farmville, Cityville, and Worlds with Friends. Last year, Zynga announced it is developing games that use NFTs in an effort to future-proof its business. Well, little has been announced since Zynga appears to be moving forward with the Web3 gaming division. Its website currently lists a job posting for a software engineer for the department, with the goal of creating enduring Web3 games for the studio. Now, Zynga's parent company, Take-Two Interactives, is one of the biggest game publishers in the world, with franchises like Grand Theft Auto, NBA 2K, and Red Dead Redemption in its portfolio. Now, Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick has spoken of opportunities in the Web3 world, and the firm invested in Web3 game development Horizon in 2022. So yeah, so that's an American-based company working on a game. And now let's take a look at Ubisoft, the other well-known game company. French game publisher Ubisoft is one of the few Western video game studios openly exploring NFTs in its games. Back in 2021, it launched free Tezos NFTs for Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. While those NFTs were aesthetically plain and launched in a game with a few active players remaining, it still triggered massive backlash online from angry gamers who dislike the idea of NFTs in games. Now, in response, Ubisoft said that NFTs in gaming are major changes that will take time and has continued developing blockchain integrations for upcoming games. Now, in 2022, Ubisoft said it will still be researching how NFTs could be implemented in its titles. This year, Ubisoft released NFTs based on its Rabbids game IP and the metaverse game The Sandbox, and launched smart collectibles from Assassin's Creed, a move which blends physical collectibles with digital NFT components. Previously, Ubisoft created a one-shot league, a spin-off game from the NFT-based fantasy soccer game Soror, and rolled out a Rabbids NFT experiment in 2020 to benefit charity. Now, another Korean company, KNC Soft, is a game publisher that is a maker of titles like Guild of Wars, Blade of Soul, and Lineage series. It invested in blockchain firms Mistin Labs $300 million in a Series B funding round last year, and has shared plans to develop NFT games on the newly launched Sui blockchain. Now, Mystery Labs is building infrastructures for the Sui network and believes that Sui is well optimized for video games that use crypto transactions and NFTs. Numerous games are launching on the Sui in the near future, although NC Soft still has yet to reveal its specific plans. Now, so there's quite a bit of companies here that are working on Web3 gaming. So we got Com2Us. Com2Us is the South Korean game developer and publisher behind Summoner's War. But the studio has expressed strong interest in blockchain games and is developing games that offer NFTs and crypto integrations via the XPLA blockchain. The company's US president, Kyu Lee, told Decrypt in a message that the studio plans to release roughly 10 to 15 blockchain games per year, and that most of them will be on the mobile devices. So, okay. And then we also got WeMade. It is a game publisher. WeMade just released World Fishing Championships, a play and earn fishing game for Android mobile phones. It also plans to release 2 more blockchain games this year, R1B and Night Crows. R1B is a baseball game, and Night Crows is a high-concept fantasy MMORPG that's being adapted into a Web3 game for a global audience. WeMade also promoted its crypto gaming platform, WeMix Play, at the Game Developers Conference in March of 2023. A WeMade representative told Decrypt via email that WeMix Play is intended to be like a Steam store for crypto games. So they're making a platform for you to be able to purchase games. That's pretty cool. WeMix Plays currently offers an NFT marketplace and has over 50 games from external indie developers planned for its platform, many of which offer players the ability to play and earn various crypto tokens at the time of writing. WeMix has about 28 different gaming tokens listed on its platform, as well as fan tokens. The majority of WeMix's most popular live games are RPGs, but a few puzzle and strategy games also cracked its top 20 list. Now, those are just a handful of companies that are building Web3 gaming out there. Some mobile gaming, some will probably be online. Who knows what's going to be coming next, but they're still developing and working on it. I know when we first heard about this back in like 2020, 2021, we've seen some like dates here of 2019. It's like we're stoked on it, but again, it takes time, it's patience for when these things actually build fruition of it. Blockchain is still like in its teenage years now. Like we in the beginning earlier was like the baby phases, but now we're in the teens. Like we're finally discovering who we are, what we can do, and then soon all this tech will be in its adult years, and I cannot wait to see those days. But yeah, so if you're interested in Web3 gaming and how it's coming along, hope you guys enjoyed this article for that. But if you did, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, the Crypto Sherpa is out.